Hey guys, and welcome to this really quick video on some breaking news for the F1 2020 season regarding even more venues to host extra Formula 1 races this year. It's been revealed that not one, not two, but three new venues have been confirmed to be included on the 2020 calendar, being Portimao, the host of the Portuguese Grand Prix, the Nürburgring GP circuit obviously, not the Nordschleife, as host to the Eiffel Grand Prix due to the track being situated in the Eiffel mountain range, and Imola to be returning as host to not the San Marino Grand Prix, but as the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, in reference to the Italian region where Imola is. So of course I'm incredibly excited to see how these circuits work with modern F1 cars. Of course Imola and the Nürburgring already have a big history in F1, but not with these modern era of V6 hybrid cars. And the Algarve International Circuit, or Portimao Circuit, has never been used in F1 outside of testing, so it will be incredibly interesting to see how racing will be. During Imola's original time in F1, I think it's fair to say there wasn't too much overtaking and wheel-to-wheel action in general due to the layout of the circuit. The only real overtaking opportunities on the track would probably be at Turn 1 with the aid of DRS, Turn 14, and maybe Turn 8 if the car behind had a good enough run on the car in front. Imola, I think, will be pretty similar to Mugello in the fact that the track probably won't be good for racing. Dirty air will almost certainly be a huge problem throughout most of these fast sweeping corners, but witnessing the sheer spectacle of seeing modern F1 cars fly through such an extravagant track with massive elevation changes and incredibly fast corners will definitely be a treat to behold. Anyway, coming on to the other end of the spectrum, and the Nürburgring has much tighter corners and generally produced pretty good races throughout its original run. Dirty air will probably be a slight problem for the chasing car through some of these faster corners on the latter half of the circuit, but ultimately I'm sure we'll still be seeing a lot of overtakes through the incredibly tight Turn 1, especially with DRS, and the long downhill descent into Turn 7. I'm gonna throw this prediction out there that this year's Eiffel Grand Prix at the Nürburgring will be one of the best races of this year's season. One interesting quirk I noticed about the Nürburgring in F1 is that it's the only circuit to have been host to 4 separate Grand Prix. In the past, it's been host to the German Grand Prix, the European Grand Prix, the Luxembourg Grand Prix, and now the Eiffel Grand Prix, interestingly enough. Now moving on to the final circuit, Algarve, or Portimao, I'd be lying if I said I knew much at all about this circuit. I only know it from driving it in Project Cars 2, but apart from that I have nothing really to say. Just by looking at the circuit, it looks pretty good for overtaking. Most overtakes will probably happen into Turn 1, going into this twisty right-left sequence, similar to the opening corners at Bahrain. We'll also probably see a lot of overtakes with the aid of DRS into Turn 6, and this long, fast final corner onto the start-finish straight probably will be a huge dirty air problem, however. Anyway, I don't really have much more to say about this announcement from F1 earlier today, and of course I'm just incredibly excited to see how modern F1 plays out at these new venues. If I went back in time and told 2019 me that in 2020 F1 would be racing at the Nürburgring, Imola, Mugello and Portimao, I probably wouldn't believe it. But anyway guys, that's it for this quick video talking about this new announcement for the F1 2020 season. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe, comment, share, and I'll be back in the next video. See ya!